Hi everyone, I'm Terry, and this is the Yarnjoy podcast, episode number 176. Welcome. Okay, so for my finished objects this week, I only have one. I found this little pattern. I wanted something just quick to have as a finished object because everything I have, I'm still working on. So I whipped this up. It was a pattern that I've had bookmarked on my computer for a long time. I will link it in the description box below where you can find it. But it's this little angel ornament, okay? Now I used, it's DK weight yarn, number 3 weight yarn, and like a 2.5 millimeter hook, really small. This was a part of a Lime Brand mandala cake, I think like wood nymph or something, a piece that I pulled out of it, leftovers. It was all scraps that I did. The back, the wings, it is glittery if you can tell. It was a Lime Brand bonbon that I had from a long time ago. So anyway, I think it turned out really cute. Now I was supposed to, I changed the pattern just a little bit because when you start at the top of the head, and then when you go down and you decrease down right before you change colors to the dress color, you're supposed to, according to the pattern, you go down to like 6 single crochets on the head, stuff it, and then you reduce down to 6, and then when you join your dress yarn, you supposed to do a round of 6 single crochets again, and then start increasing for the dress. Well, I did that, but it made the head have like a extra long neck, real skinny. It looked really funny. So I ripped that back, and so I did not do that round of 6 single crochets. I just went right into the increases when I added the purple, and I think that worked out a whole lot better. Okay, and then the wings, for some reason I had a hard time. It really didn't say how to sew on the wings. It's kind of a semicircle like shape, and I did that, but then I couldn't get it sewed on correctly where it would look right, and so I ended up having to kind of stitch down the tips of the wings that stuck out in a more of a rounded shape. So anyway, I think it's okay. And then I used some of the same stuff that I used for the wings to just make a hanging loop. Another thing I did not do is I was supposed to make these gathers in the skirt, but then in order to make the gathers, then you were supposed to like stitch them on the inside, stitch them together somehow to make the gathers, and I couldn't figure out how to do it. And so I just left it like that. So anyway, here's my little angel ornament. First Christmas ornament of the year, I guess. Okay, so let's see. That's all my finished objects. So on to works in progress. I'm still working on the baby educational ball, the one that I am doing a tutorial for the whole series. And I just finished a tutorial for my latest panel that I completed, which was the strawberry. So here's that. Okay, this is panel number 8 because the tutorial, I just finished tutorial part number 9 because the first part was just making the panels themselves. So this is panel number 8. So that means I have 4 more panels. I have like a flower, like a daisy. That one's next. And then I have a teddy bear still, just the face of a teddy bear, the head, and a snail, I think, and an octopus. I think that's right. Yeah, that's 4. Okay. And then, of course, then we'll be putting it together and stuffing it. So it's coming along. Okay, so that's works in progress number 1. Works in progress number 2. Oh, before I go on, let me go ahead and pop a picture right here. I will pop in a picture of the baby educational ball all finished. Okay, sorry about that. I was going to go on to works in progress number 2 and not even show you what this ball is supposed to look like. Okay, now works in progress number 2 is Milo the monkey. This is a commissioned piece that I am working on. This is the 3rd time I've made Milo the monkey, so I will pop in a picture here of one of the other Milo the monkeys that I've made. Okay, so the Milo the monkey that I'm working on now is all the pieces are complete. It is living right now in this little project bag that I made with my Jetsons material, fabric I mean. Okay, and so I've got all the pieces made for Milo. This is the biggest section that's put together, which I've already showed you that. But I do have all his arms and legs. And I finished his tail last night. Now the way I did the tail, it's not in the pattern, but I've always done my monkey tails like this because I like the way it works up. But anyway, as I'm making the tail, I have a pipe cleaner. I think you call them pipe cleaners, yeah, and folded in half, okay, so doubled, and then I insert the pipe cleaner as I am doing the rounds for the tail, so I'm going around the pipe cleaner, and then stuffing kind of, well, not around, well, yeah, the pipe cleaner's inside, and then I'm just going around as I'm crocheting. And then I'm also, every few stitches, I also add a little stuffing in there on either side of the pipe cleaner, okay, so stuffing as I go, so that way it will kind of, I mean, it won't hold its shape a lot. I mean, I guess you could put more than one pipe cleaner in there, but you can end up, you can pose the tail a little bit, okay. Anyway, just a little added thing that I put in there. Okay, and so like I said, I've got all the pieces. I got his ears and his arms and his legs, and so now I'm going to start sewing him together. And so by next week he will be finished, and then I will be sending it off to the lady that I'm making it for. Okay. So that's works in progress number 2. Works in progress number 3 is the elephant blanket. Okay, new baby blanket. So I finished the other baby blankets that I was working on. Remember, I did the giraffe granny square blanket along with Esther the elephant went together, and I gave that as a baby gift, and the baby has been born, and I was able to get the gift to them, and they love it, so I was very happy that they were happy. And then also I was working on the Winnie the Pooh blanket that I finished and showed you last week, and I also made an Eeyore to go with the Winnie the Pooh blanket, an amigurumi. And I gave that to them on Sunday, the recipients, and they loved it, so I was real happy about that. In fact, the grandmother-to-be talked to me last night and said that they were going to be inducing this morning, and the baby is supposed to be born today. So I was real happy that I was able to get that Pooh blanket finished. Thank you, Valerie, for sending me the yarn that I needed to finish it, and I was able to get it finished and giving it to them before the baby was born. So that's wonderful. Okay, so I've finished those 2 big baby projects, and in the meantime I had 2 more baby gifts that I was able to put together and give to other babies that would be going to be born around the same time. So I've had lots of baby gifts here recently. So I'm finished with all those. Now I'm ready to start the next baby gift that I'm working on, which is for my neighbors that live across the street back that way. And but their baby is born New Year's, but I wanted to go ahead and start working on it, and it is an elephant. And so that's why I'm calling it elephant blanket. So I will put in a picture right here of what this elephant blanket is going to be looking like. Okay, so I just started on this blanket. As you can see in the picture, there's a central panel that you start first, and that's got the image on it. Now I am changing the colors. I'm using blue, but the color I'm going to be using is this big Lion Brand Pound of Love in Bluebell. It's the same color that I used with the Winnie the Pooh blanket. So this is what I had left, which was almost a full 1 pound skein. And I think it calls for, in the pattern, it calls for 17 ounces or 18 ounces, and this is going to be, well, this had to get into this to finish the Pooh blanket. And so this is probably 15 ounces or 14 maybe. I didn't use very much of it. So anyway, I did order another skein of this from Mary Maxim, so I'm hoping that that'll come in. But anyway, so this is the background color. Okay, so this is the blue that I'm using. I really like this blue. I think it's just really pretty. And so this is called Bluebell. Okay, and so that is the color I'm using. Now in the picture, the accents on the elephant, like the bottom of his feet, and the other color besides the blue is pink. And it's gonna be for a boy, and I just decided not to put the pink in it. So what I'm using for the bottom of his feet, I didn't bring the full skein in here, but it's this color. And what it is Red Heart Super Saver Buff. Okay, and so that's going to be the bottom of his feet pads and like the inside of his ears, I think, and then the striping that's on the blanket. Okay, so this is Red Heart Super Saver Buff. And then for the gray for his body is this yarn. And I didn't bring that one in here either, but it is a yarn that I ordered off of, I think it's the, let me get it right quick. Okay, I got it. This is a Mary Maxim. I couldn't remember where I ordered it from, but it's a Mary Maxim Value, it's called, and the colorway is light gray. So that's what I'm using for the body of the elephant. I bought this, it was on sale, and so I ordered it. Actually, I ordered it for, I think, Esther the Elephant, didn't I? Or some other gray, I don't remember now, but it was on back order, and so I didn't get it, use something else for that project. And so I then did get this when I got, I think, 2 or 3 skeins of it, big skeins. And so I've decided to use this for the elephant in the blanket. Okay, so that is what I'm using for that, and then just black and white, I think, for the more details. Anyway. I'm using an E hook, which I've never used this small of a hook for, which is a 3.5 millimeter hook. Okay, I have never used this small of a hook for a baby blanket, but I decided to go ahead and go with it and see how it works. Anyway, so the central panel, of course, now it is a Grafgan in the central panel, and so there are bobbins connected to it. So I would imagine after today, I will have to just do like I did the poo blanket, where I'll just pick pictures of my progress because of the strings connected to it. So I'm just showing you that I barely got it started. There is the body of the elephant right there, that gray in the middle. That's a foot, and that's a foot. See, you really can't tell. Like I said, I've got strings connected to it. See, there's that color, okay? And then there is the body, which, like I said, there's tails I've already got to weave in. Sorry about that. And then there is the other foot. Ooh, you can't see it. Right there. Anyway, let me show you this piece right here. I think you can see that better. If you can you see the texture in that? It is such an interesting way they want me to do the stitching, and I'm really liking the look of it. It just, I don't know, it's really neat. And what I'm doing is, instead of with each row, okay, I'm just doing single crochets, but with each row I am doing front loops only on all the rows, okay? So you go one way, front loops only, chain one, turn and go back the other way, and you do front loops only again. And so that gives you this little bitty small ribbing type trim, if you can see that. It's I think it's gonna look really neat that way. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. And this is like 7 rows or something, I don't know. Okay, so this pattern, I purchased it, I believe, from Annie's catalog. It was something that was, I think that's where I got it. I'll link it in the description box below. It's a set of 3 or 4 different Grafgan charts, and that's where I got that. And so, like I said, it's paid for, but I think it's such a cute picture. I think it's going to turn out really cute, I hope. Okay. I thought about going up a hook size, but as is, I think the baby blanket's going to be like 35 by 40 something, and that's plenty big for a newborn baby. That'll be almost like the size that I did for the poo blanket. And so that's why I didn't want to go up a bigger hook size, because it'd make it even larger, okay? So that's why. Okay, on to the next one. A lot of discussion about that one, sorry. Oh, the Rudolph, the crochet kit set. I'm looking for the box. Here it is. Okay, this is the set I've purchased off Amazon. I've been doing this every month. Every month, all year long. And so I will link it in the description box below where you can purchase this off of Amazon. I am an affiliate. It's an affiliate link, so I would get just a little bit, but it doesn't cost you anything different. So anyway, that's what I'm using, and it's got a pattern for 12 of the characters from this cartoon. Okay, so let me show you right quick. It's those 6 right there, and those 6 right there. Okay, so this is October. I'm on the 10th character, which is the elephant with the pink spots right there. Okay, so I've done a little bit on it, not a lot, but I will show you. This is what I've got so far. Last week I think I just had the head, so I have the ears sewed on now and the body, and gave him a smile. Of course now he does not have his pink dots yet. I'm still wondering, kind of worrying about that, because those pink dots right there, they say to use crochet thread, which I've got that, and to make a whole, like 30 different tiny little circles, and then have to sew them all on. And I really wanted to not have to do that, but I will see. I'm not sure how that's going to work, but I may have to just bite the bullet and go ahead and make those little dots. So we'll see. But anyway, I have an arm made. It's in the other room, so I'm working on the next arm, and then I've got his feet to make, and then I don't even know if he has a tail or not. I suppose he does. I don't know. Maybe. Doesn't show in the picture. So anyway, we'll see. Okay, so that is works in progress number 4. Okay, so the only other thing I'm working on is I'm trying to get finished up my winter banner design, which is like the fall one right there. As you can see, it's got 3 different pieces that you sew together, and I'm finished with 2 of them, and the third one now I'm working on the letters right there. And so when I get that finished, I'll be able to get it together, and then I want to finish it up, take a picture of it, and then the pattern will be available in my Etsy shop. Okay, and that will complete the season series. Okay, so I'm working on that. Hopefully I'll get the lettering piece done this week and get it together, but we'll see. I don't know. Maybe I can at least get the lettering piece done and then work on getting it together next week. I don't know. Anyway, I'm trying to hurry so then I can get it posted and available for you. Okay, for anybody that's interested in purchasing it. Okay, what else? Still working on the tote bags. I don't know, you can't see them, but they're stacked back there on top of my sewing machine area. Working on those. I need to get those finished. So, I guess that's it. So let's go on to upcoming. Okay, so upcoming, I'm still working on the educational ball. Like I was saying before, I've got 4 more panels to go, and then the putting together part. So that's upcoming. Another upcoming is tomorrow is the end of the Stash Buster 2020 challenge for October, and so I will be drawing a winner from the entries for that. Still time to get it in the rest of today and tomorrow. And yes, I'll do a drawing tomorrow evening, and then the following day I will put together the video to announce a winner. Okay, so if you want to participate, the project was to make something from your stash that represents the word cozy to you, and then post it over on my Facebook group, Yarnjoy Podcast. And if you're not a member of the Facebook group, you post a picture of it there, and then designate that it is for the Stash Buster 2020 entry. Okay, if you're not part of Facebook, then feel free to send me an email with a picture of your project. I did receive an email yesterday for somebody that had sent me a picture of an infinity scarf that she made that was absolutely beautiful. And so I added her into the list of names that I have for drawing the little prize, participation prize. Okay, so that is ending tomorrow, and so that's upcoming where I will announce a winner. Okay, and if you have been following me for a while, you know back a couple of months ago, as until a couple of months ago, I was doing a Whip Wall Wednesday every other week, okay? And I said that I needed to get those baby gifts all done and given out. So then I took a break from Whip Wall Wednesday. Well, hopefully this upcoming Wednesday I will start that back up again. And so be looking for that this next Wednesday for Whip Wall Wednesday episode. I don't know. I don't remember the number, but it'll be there. So anxious to get back onto that. Okay, so I think that is it for today, except for the best part, which is the me announcing the winner of the 10,000 subscriber giveaway that I had announced last week in last week's episode. I kind of hid it in the episode toward the end, and so I said that it was going to be open for a week, and I would announce the winner for today. I mean, you know, of that, I'll announce it today. So here's the winner. Okay, so I used the random comment YouTube comment picker, random YouTube comment picker, and I put in the URL or whatever, the link to that video, which was last week's video, and pulled up the comments, did the random comment picker, and so the winner is, I took a screenshot and I'll put it right here, but the winner for the 10,000 subscriber thank you giveaway is Marcy White. So yay, congratulations Marcy. And from her, oh, and like I said, I'll put that right here, a screenshot of the winner. So congratulations Marcy, and by your comment I see that you are in the States, so I put a little package together for you, and so this is what's going to be in the package. May add a couple of extras in there, which would be a surprise, but this is the package that's going to be sent out to you. And in the package you're going to get this Karen Cakes Big Cakes, Karen Big Cakes by Yarnspirations in the colorway blueberry. Yeah, blueberry. Very pretty. I used this same type of yarn in the cozy capelet that I just made, and so I thought you would enjoy this, so I put that in the box as part of the giveaway. I also put in this cake of Bernat Pip Squeaks Stripes. It's very soft and cozy, so would have went along, I guess, with the Stash Buster Cozy Challenge. But anyway, it's very soft. I think it'll be fun to work with. So I'm putting that cake in there for you. And then also I am including a pencil pouch that I made with this little fox fabric, okay? And I've got a little stitch marker or tassel, I guess, zipper pull, or you could unclip it as a progress keeper if you would prefer. It's just lined with this orange marbled type fabric on the inside. Okay, so this little notions pouch, pencil pouch, will be included in the box. And also, the best part is I am including this set, okay, and what it is an interchangeable, rechargeable, lighted crochet hook set, okay? And I hope you will enjoy that. It's got all the parts in there. It's got the USB where you can recharge it. So I hope you will like this. It's got the little instruction sheet that tells about all the different hook sizes. It goes from, there's 9 interchangeable hooks, hook size, the heads, okay? So I hope you will enjoy it. Okay. Loud zipper, sorry. Okay, so there you go. And like I said, I may try to put a couple of more extras in there just to fill the box. So congratulations, Marcy. Send me an email. My email address is down below with your address, so then I can ship that out to you, and I will let you know once you send me the address. I'll get it packaged up, sealed up, and then I will let let you know when to expect it, okay? So congratulations, Marcy. Thank you to everybody that entered. I really appreciate all of your support, of you watching my videos and commenting. I really appreciate that. And if you haven't subscribe to my channel, please consider doing so and follow me along as I work on all these projects and I put out tutorials and just have a fun time sharing my love of yarn with you. Okay, so everybody have a great weekend, guys, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.